Hey everyone, today on League of Legends Minis, I want to talk about Nautilus and his passive, Staggering Blow. Nautilus has some of the most powerful crowd control effects in the game, but his passive is often overlooked. No one ever says, wow, what an amazing auto attack by Nautilus, mainly because Dredgeline and Death Charge are immensely powerful and flashy, but Staggering Blow is often what sets up his CC chain. His passive makes it so his auto attacks deal bonus damage and snares the target for up to 1.5 seconds, but can only be applied once every few seconds on the same target, otherwise it'd be way too broken. In many scenarios, it's his longest crowd control effect, and it's also his most reliable. The main way Staggering Blow gets applied is when Nautilus uses Dredgeline. He'll instantly auto after the hook lands and snare the target. But the problem with Dredgeline is that it's a skill shot, and it's not completely reliable to land. If you use his ultimate is definitely more reliable to land, but there's usually a delay unless you use it point blank, because the depth charge has to travel to the target, and the projectile speed is kind of slow. Keep in mind there are other methods to use his passive. A flash auto may seem crude, but it often gets the job done. I can't emphasize enough the reliability of his passive. The reliability of the snare effect is what makes it strong, because it never misses as long as you land the auto, which can really set up your other abilities easily. And I guess I'll talk about his ultimate a little bit too. There are usually two ways to use his ultimate. One of them is to use it point blank, and one of them is to use it at a distance. When you use it at a distance, like I said, there is some issue with it because the projectile speed is quite low and it has to reach its target. If they move out of the way or flash away, then it might take a long time to actually apply the CC. So using a point blank can be a very good option. Using the ultimate point blank will knock the target up and stun them for up to 2 seconds. That's a really long time. Wait until the stun is about to expire and then auto-attack them again. The additional lockdown can be very surprising because they won't be able to move for a very long time, just because his CC chain is so powerful. It's basically impossible for them to avoid this CC chain. If for some reason they survive your onslaught of CCs and they get away, then you can just use Dredgeline. Generally save your Dredgeline for after the CC chain ends, so if they do jump away or flash away, you can catch them again and hook them back into you. But none of this is really possible unless you use your passive actively. You have to really auto-attack a lot and apply your passive as much as you can. But the thing with the passive is that it has an individual cooldown on targets, so it's a really good idea to attack as many targets as possible. Obviously this is the ideal situation. Sometimes your enemies won't be in range for you to auto over and over again, so you don't want to go out of your way, like walking through the enemy front line to the enemy AD carry and trying to auto-attack him even though he's 900 range away. That's generally not a good idea. Nautilus has 175 attack range, so he'll generally be in range to auto-attack everyone in the front line or anyone who tries to dive your AD carry, which means that primarily you want to be using him to peel. He has really strong peel for his carries, so you need to take advantage of that, especially using your auto attacks. Just hover in the middle to the back line of your team and apply that CC chain to help your team set up for success. I've seen so many Nautilus players just dance around mashing E while not auto-attacking, or auto-attacking the same target who already got hit by Staggering Blow when another enemy is nearby. There's no reason not to hit an enemy with your passive if he's in range, because it provides such a reliable disable. So basically, auto-attack as much as possible and look out for the cooldown indicator around the enemy. Staggering Blow may not have a really flashy effect, but it's still extremely powerful lockdown that you have to take advantage of. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.